What's going on, everyone? Today we're checking out a disposable sent over by Vape Society Supplies, and today's device is the Geek Bar Pulse X. Let's crack this bad boy open and check it out. Down inside the box, you're going to get the device, and that's pretty much going to be it inside the box. Tear this open, and there's going to be a little flavor card that goes through all the flavors that you could check out. I'll list all those on the screen for you guys. And here is the device. This thing actually has some pretty unique features to it. One being the screen that we're going to check out, but take off the screen protector, remove the plug, and you're ready to vape. This little beauty is going to measure in at 91 millimeters tall, 57 millimeters wide, 28 millimeters thick, constructed of a hard plastic with a metallic finish. Available in 15 different flavors, and they are using a 5% nicotine. Up at the top, we got a chiclet-style mouthpiece that is chew-friendly because it has that rubbery coating on it, so if you happen to chew on your mouthpiece, you may enjoy this one. We also have adjustable airflow control located here at the bottom. You're going to see a three-way switch, and that three-way switch is going to have three options. You're going to have off, which turns the device completely off. In the middle, you're going to have regular mode and more of a mouth-to-lung vape. And then when you switch it all the way open, that's where you get the full airflow, restricted direct lung, and that's going to be pulse mode. And each of the two modes offer different power settings. The middle, a little bit more normal, and the pulse mode, a little bit more intense. Juice capacity on the Pulse X, this thing holds 18 mLs of liquid, and depending on which mode you're running it in, if you're running it in regular mode, you'll get about 25,000 puffs. If you're running it in pulse mode, you're going to get about 15,000 puffs. It is using auto draw. It does not have a touch screen, but it does have one unique feature that I don't think I've seen before, as they're calling a 3D curved screen. So check this out when you turn this on. If you look from the side, you're going to see, well, it looks like a typical screen, but then when you turn it, it actually wraps around the device. How crazy is that? Look at that. And on the main screen, you're going to have your battery indicator, your juice indicator, and then the mode that you're currently in. When you see the X, that means you're going to be in pulse mode, which is going to give you almost 20 volts of output. And then when you put it into the middle mode, that's going to be normal mode, which is a little bit less intense, and the airflow is going to be a little bit more restricted. And then when you vape it, you get this little animation on the screen. And when you're in pulse mode, you're going to get a different animation. It is using an 820 milliamp hour battery on the inside and the USB-C charge port located right there at the bottom. This is actually a 1.5 amp USB-C charge port, so it's going to charge that battery up pretty quick. And that's pretty much going to be it, guys, for the Geek Bar Pulse X. We have 3 flavors we're going to try out today, 1, 2, and 3. And with that said, let's jump back up and let's have a vape. All right, so we got the Geek Bar Pulse X. We got 3 we're going to try out, and I have not yet tried these. I mean, I vaped on one just to, try it, but haven't tried the flavors. And Geek Bar always makes really awesome disposables, and this screen they got going on with this 3D style wraparound screen, it's getting pretty crazy here. I mean, I think companies they have to realize that these are disposables. They're going to go into the garbage eventually. So let's not get too crazy with the screens, folks. I mean, it's cool looking, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, this will all go into the garbage. But this has to be the craziest screen I think I've seen on a disposable yet. So it looks, looks good, looks cool. But aside from all that, if it doesn't vape good, it doesn't really matter what it looks like. So I do like the fact that we have the 2 airflow options and the off feature here at the bottom. Adjustable airflow control, feels comfortable in the hands. It's not really a big device, but it is fairly wide, and it's pretty lightweight, not too heavy. But the first one up we're going to do is the Raspberry Peach Lime. We're going to do all these in X mode or pulse mode or boost mode, and let's see how they go. Here we go. Ooh, that's actually not bad at all. A little bit of raspberry with a lot of lime. And don't really notice any iciness. There's something on the exhale. It might be the lime, but definitely getting a lot of the lime with a little bit of the raspberry. This one is actually pretty good. Let's just cut the airflow down, do mouth to lung. Look at the crazy screen on there. It just wraps around the entire device. That's mind-blowing. Getting more of the raspberry now. When I cut down the power, cut down the airflow, I'm getting more of the raspberry, a little less of the lime, so that is actually pretty nice. The next one up we're going to do is the Grapefruit Refresher. I don't think I've ever had a grapefruit e-liquid. This might be the first. Let's hope it's good. Here we go. Wow. Oh, that's grapefruit. That's like coming through the nose. I'm not a huge grapefruit person. I've tasted it before. It's kind of sour, kind of pungent, but that is definitely a straight grapefruit. Quite powerful, actually. Let's put it down to MTL mode. Take down the power a little bit. That's much more soothing right there, but wow, this one is pretty intense. It's like a grapefruit mixed with, I don't know, there's something else in there. That's just not straight grapefruit. And the last one up is the Sour Mango Pineapple. And I just love hitting the button on here, just watching the screen, just kind of, I mean, look at that. That's crazy what they're doing these days with these things. But anyways, restricted direct long. Here we go, Sour Mango Pineapple. Definitely sour mango pineapple. I mean, what's more, I'm going to say the pineapple is probably the more dominant flavor in that, but it's definitely sour and very little cooling effect on these, which is good because I always hate when companies just overdo it and the cooling effect is just so overpowering, it takes over the flavor. But the cooling effect on all three of these flavors is just very, very smooth and mellow, so you can actually enjoy it. If we bump this down to an MTL, I can tell you right now it's going to be even sweeter. I can taste the mango a lot more in that, but all three flavors, I knew the flavors were going to be good because Geek Bar usually always has pretty good flavors, but the device is pretty mind-blowing. That's pretty much it, guys, for the Pulse X. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys build safe as always, and vape on.